Wear it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Pookie, we got this.
Oh.
All right. Give me a hand. Come on. And we got this. We got this, girl.
Okay.
This is like having babies.
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right.
Ready? One,
What?
two, and oh. Hooker. It didn't work.
They say he killed 17 people just for looking at him.
Welcome to the show that has little to no meaning and makes little to no sense. It is the show where you can expect the unexpected. This is nonsensical talk on the air and in the cloud. Those crazy hosts will talk about anything and everything. And now, from their home studios in Middle Tennessee, here is your hosts, Alan Robertson and Joey Smith.
All right, welcome to Nonsensical Talk. This is the first Nonsensical Talk, and we're going to talent spotlight. So we're going to spotlight somebody in Middle Tennessee and Southern Kentucky. This show, we are going to feature a Christian County High School alum, which was part of mine and Joy's background as well. And then he's a TikTok sensation. He has more than 1.2 million followers and more than 21.3 million likes. He is currently touring with the TikTok Law and No Order. Let's welcome one of my oldest friends, Chris Ahonen, better known as his alter TikTok name, BiggFatt. Welcome to the show, Chris.
There it is. There it is.
Yes, I was the one forced to sleep on the top bunk at Alan's house when we would go to Evansville. I told you, I'm blasting right out the gate.
So,
okay?
This is payback.
So, hey, one question. Why BiggFatt?
Okay. My oldest son has a friend who is a little chunky. Well, all they do is pick on each other. And then they started calling him BiggFatt. I mean, it just tore him all to pieces. I said, boy, you just don't understand. I said, I can take that name and I can make it famous. I said, you got to own it. Well, I own it. Look at it now.
Yes, you do. And I mean, you own it well. As a matter of fact,
so you're saying I'm fat?
No,
okay,
what I'm actually saying, right, Chris, is you don't know me because all you see me is above the neck here. If you went to Nonsensical Talk, you would see that I have got BiggFatt XXXXXL on you. Ever since
it's all love.
It's
though.
all love.
It's love and stretchy pants. It's
elastic shorts. and sweatpants.
Lots of elastic.
So I love it. Oh man. So yeah. So we go into the you're going into becoming a TikTok sensation because you jumped in and did that one the one video with the baby shark, which we're gonna play. And not only are we going to play that, but I'll tell you what, I loved your wife. I mean, she is. I'm going to tell you, she is a bit good sport. Especially when you put the egg in her pants.
She's mean. She's
hey,
mean.
I already know this because I know who her sister is.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'll tell you. My son has overcome a brain tumor. My wife has beaten Graves' disease, cancer, and is a manager at a full-time job. Now I'm telling you, she's got to be mean to pull that off.
Yes,
now.
No
Y'all
doubt.
Just don't know.
No doubt. But
that's the triple play right there.
Yes, it is. She's something else, man. That's my world.
I'm gonna tell you what, just to watch her interact with you in those TikToks. Like I told you, the egg in the pants. I thought I was like, if I would have done that to my wife, I wouldn't have had to worry about being in the house. I would have been under the house.
She also looks out for my health because I run a lot.
And you also, you also climb on roofs with big old bags of donuts.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. That was I've been seeking therapy and things have been working well. And no, that was actually a paid promotion. I get paid to do videos for I don't know, equipment stuff. Like I've shot for McDonald's.
Yeah.
That video you're talking about, I was shot for a drone company that sent me that drone that I absolutely could not fly at all. I crashed it in my kitchen because grown men don't read instructions. Okay, we don't do that.
I know.
Okay. So it's sitting there beating itself against the wall, just and I don't know what to do. So a lot of work went into that video. I'll put it that way.
There was a point in your TikTok journey that all of a sudden it exploded.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
My wife beat my butt on camera.
Is that what got it?
Pretty much. No, honestly, we started with an explosion. After Darrion's surgery, I mean, he wasn't allowed to pretty much do anything.
Right.
So it was days on end where I would just be sitting in a recliner and I would just hear movie quotes and just over and over. I was like, what are you doing? I'm doing TikTok. What the hell's a TikTok? What? So he showed me. Well, y'all know me. And I'm like, this is quite the opportunity for me to let out some idiotic transgressions, or however you want to put it. And Baby Shark was just the boomingest thing at the time. And they took over the living room one evening. They're like, let me just shoot this video real quick. So they were doing this Baby Shark and da-da-da-da-da. And they did it. They couldn't get it right like 6 times. And I'm like, I just want to watch TV and eat Cheetos in my underwear. You're driving me crazy. And I had stood it over to the desk. And they started it one more time. And I pulled my shirt up and through. And there happened to be a little
I saw that one.
Thing. And
the Daisy Duke.
And they started Baby Shark. And I just slid through the camera and went, do, 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 do. And that damn thing had 1 million before the next morning.
Baby what the hell?
Come on, Big Fat, you always
I've seen you kind of do some of that footage when you go out to places. I saw the slap on the face with the smack on the butt for one of your videos. You probably shoot so many, you probably forgot about that one.
I shoot a lot.
Yeah, but I think if you look just right, I could see your hand here for the smack on the face.
Oh, when that girl punched me?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a music video for a friend of mine.
Nice.
Darrion, if you watch the whole video, Darrion's actually dancing in the crowd. He dances with her. It's the whole line. She had murdered her husband. It was blues. It's for a young man named Caleb Blake. He's an up-and-comer. And they asked us to be in their music video. So, yeah, I had to put some work in to teach her how to take a punch within like 5 minutes. Because I had come straight from the deer cabin. It was deer season. And I was like, let's just get the cards and get this done. I got to get back. I got to go to sleep. I was like, look, lady, just punch my hand as hard as you can. And they took about 6 different angles. And I think they got the right one for the official music video.
Right.
But it's on YouTube under Caleb Blake.
Caleb Blake, okay. Definitely go out and take a look at that one because I think anything is for anybody to be able to be in the middle of it like that. I love to do research and find things that people don't find, and up and comers usually don't get noticed until after they're there, and
right.
So the stuff that they did in the beginning doesn't get brought out unless somebody brings it out.
Right, that boy taught himself how to play guitar. Back when I had my band up from Ashes, he would come around. He would talk to me a lot, and he really took off. He's got an amazing voice. I mean, he went to college and won all kinds of awards, and I think he'll do good because the music industry is pretty much dead. We released our album in 2019 with my band, and COVID hit. COVID did start up a really good way to make a living just releasing on digital, and that's what he's doing, and we'll see how it goes. I've got other friends that have quit their jobs because of starting music off of TikTok. Tainted Lyric is a big one. And he's got like over 100,000 downloads.
Oh, good Lord. That is good.
Just from starting on, TikTok.
Well, I have to ask you, on your TikTok, who comes up with the skits? Is it a collaboration between you and your wife and your son?
Oh, there you go. You're trying to get in the secrets now.
The secret sauce.
It's no secret. It's a circle. Okay, it's a circle.
It's a circle.
Man, I do. The band, even though we're not officially together anymore, we still have a group thread, and we send some of the awfulest memes back and forth. And those will inspire me. Other TikToks inspire me. And if you watch enough of them, you'll hear me put a movie line in a lot of my TikToks, because that's all I've ever done is sit around and watch comedy movies.
Right.
And it's always been a part of me, is just trying to, laugh. I mean, I wasn't the popular kid in school. I mean, I was lucky enough to run around with, jugheads like y'all, the popular
Wait a minute. Or the roller dome trips, right?
That's different. The Roller Dome Express, that was a whole different thing. Yeah. But no, I was, I had to lean on comedy. I wasn't the greatest looking. I wasn't the most popular, but I was the one that had a joke up his sleeve, or something snappy to say to keep me out of trouble, more or less. And that just stuck with me. I mean, I've got a line for everything, but I enjoy putting movie lines and movie quotes in my videos just to see who catches it. It's almost like a contest. And when somebody does name the movie, or, hey, I saw that, and it's like, yes, somebody got it. I've done good today.
It's like that joke was for you right there.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like...
And a lot of my fans, I mean, TikTok's so geared for kids and little half-dressed girls and teeny bopper girl crush guys. Mm-hmm. But you get an old guy like me on here, gray in my beard and everything else. It's a whole nother genre out there in TikTok. It's got over some odd billion people. I mean, it's a juggernaut.
Yeah.
So then the question, I guess, would come as you said, us being older trying to do TikTok, you become kind of like, I guess, what do they call them, dad jokes? And then you become the ultimate. I think I heard when you were in Memphis on stage, I thought I heard granddaddy or grandpa.
Oh yeah, that was Hey, I do have 3 grandkids. Okay, I mean technically I am a grandpa, but you know what? Grandpa stays pretty healthy.
Well, yeah.
So it's like come on now, don't. And I told that little girl, her name's Bama, and I said, look, don't call me grandpa no more. All right, give me some credit for the love of God, please.
I love it.
It's Pops.
But
it's Pops.
Pops is what they've gone with, and I'm the oldest guy on the show, so I'm pretty much everybody's dad. When I did perform in Memphis, I snuck it in. Nobody knew what I was doing except for me and DJ Mean It, and it just blew the guys on stage away.
Oh, is that when you sang some kind of wonderful?
Hey, DJ, send him to the refrigerator. Bring your girlfriend. Hey, sing it play. Y'all get up. Help me out. Need a whole lot of money. I don't need a pretty pie. I got hair, I got more than I can ask for. Someone's working. And I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet love to run around. And she knows how to treat me right. But my baby, she's all
He said he's gonna show my age. That's all right.
And then they took you down to Dallas and played an easier song for you instead of, the other one?
Yes.
I was like, man, that was kind of, if he had that one, you got to go a little bit more deep. You can't give him something easy, a softball. I mean, good God, the guy sees that.
I learned how to, look, all right, first of all, I learned how to DJ from YouTube, okay? Second of all, you know where I grew up out in the middle of nowhere.
I know.
We didn't have MTV. So every Sunday, me and my sister sat and listened to the top 40. I know a piece of every song from 1980 till about at least 2014.
Before TikTok, what were you doing before you got into that role?
I was just being an idiot without a camera on.
Kind of like Joey and I.
Nothing much has changed.
Yeah.
Just better lighting and a camera running. No, like I said, I've always kept a full-time job, no matter what. I always have a backup. And but I was doing music, and like I said, we recorded an album. We've been playing with people like Save and Abel, Saliva, tons of people. We were on part of the B tour circuit, where you didn't have to go on tour. Every time an act come into town, they would select, an opening band, and we were pretty much the top of the list. So we had our pick, playing with like Creed, Scott Stapp.
Okay.
Little fella, but a wonderful person.
Yeah.
But I was pretty much doing music, and I wrote our first album, and we recorded it. And then Darrion's brain tumor was diagnosed with that in the middle of that. I was actually laying vocals when I found that out. And that little booger, he would tell me, we'd get through one surgery and it'd be a day or so, and he'd be like, "Daddy, go do vocals." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't want to leave you. Go do it. Get it done for me." I'm like,
Okay.
Yeah. This same kid that I had the opportunity to play with Devour the Day, which was a pretty big band not too long ago, and the night of his graduation, he said, "Go do the show." I was like, "Son, it's your graduation." He said, "Daddy, go do the show." The kid is just like,
He's being very supportive, you know.
You have no idea the size of this kid's heart.
Well, yeah, usually you are supportive of your children, and your children usually aren't supportive of you. They're looking for your support. So
you can just tell he's proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's something else.
Well, I tell you what, it's
and he got all this. He got me into all this crap. So now here I am.
So what are your plans moving forward from here with TikTok?
I will be honest. TikTok's a scary platform when you get this big. You're really scrutinized. Like I said, I've had my account taken once. Darrion actually got banned himself, and all he does is dance videos to trends that are on TikTok.
Yeah,
they're very overcritical about things, and if I knew a way to get insurance, I believe I could quit a day job and do this. But I just in today's world, I just don't trust it. But I'm going to keep doing this. I'm verified on another platform called Clapper. I have an Instagram. I'm on YouTube. Just seeing, what'll be thrown at me.
So what's your YouTube channel?
Darrion and BiggFatt.
Darrion and BiggFatt. Okay, I'll go look that up here.
It's Darrion space BiggFatt. He forgot to put the "and" in there.
Okay.
See, I was complimenting him, but now I'm gonna start bringing up bad stuff. I think we've got about 5,000 followers on there. I'm gonna tell you something. TikTok, the level of what they call fame and famous is off the charts. I'm a normal person. I still live in my little trailer. I still hold a day job. I cannot go in public without someone coming up to me and going, are you fat?
You got 1.2 million followers.
That's a lot of damn followers, man. That's huge.
We went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee. First time me and my wife had been on vacation without anybody with us, just to make sure we still liked each other, without a buffer. And, they got that giant outlet mall, Tangler outlet. And, of course, I love Under Armour. It's just one of my guilty pleasures. And we were in Under Armour. And the day before, I bought a shirt that said TikTok famous. I told my wife, I said, well, that's kind of an oxymoron, but I said, that'll be funny. Well, I wore it that day, and finally somebody come up to me in that store and they said, so, are you? And I'm thinking, are you propositioning me? I'm with my wife. And I said, what? Am I what?
I'm a married man.
I said, am I what? They said, are you really TikTok famous? And at the time, I said, well, I just hit 800,000 followers this morning. And they said, what's your handle? What do you go by? And before I could get the T's out in BiggFatt, I said BiggFatt, and he said, it is him. It's him. It's in the whole store. The store pretty much shut down for at least 10 minutes. I couldn't walk around. My wife, I finally shoved them off on my wife. She's over looking at sports bras. Go talk to her. Help her pick a sports bra. It's weird.
All right, so your plans, Chris. to move on and to continue to grow in TikTok and
how do you grow?
YouTube? How do you other than the viral video basically blowing it out of the water, the viral video is what got you where you were.
Yes. Once you get enough people's eyes on you, I actually, while we were in Gatlinburg, I actually started reposting older videos because just because you have 1.2 million followers, that's not 1.2 million people going, what the hell's Chris doing today?
Yeah.
You know, it's not there.
Yeah.
So I literally went back and I started posting some of the older good videos that did well, and they exploded all over again.
That's kind of like
gotta
YouTube.
go back. You not only have to recapture, but you have to capture new people.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I got banned, I started that backup account, and I'm actually I'm getting about 100 followers a day on it.
Now, Chris, can you take some of the videos from the other account, post on this account, and vice versa?
Yes.
To give those two audiences.
Yes.
Now, some of them are probably blended. Some of them are the folks that went there and they're they are following both of them.
Yeah, I would get a lot of comments that would say, oh, I loved this video. I remember when this video came out, and that would honor me because that video was over a year old, and it's like, all right, I've got some main players here. So yeah, you have to recapture. Like I said, you have to recapture and capture. And so I was really lucky because that backup account is starting to boom too. So technically, I've got over 1.2 million. I've got probably about 1.4.
I tell you, some of the things that I see get knocked over in your videos is like, is your wife pleasant about those?
Well, she made me promise I had to beat her because you see what I've done with my kitchen cabinets. I had to build a coffee table and end tables because I convinced her that if I go through a coffee table off of the couch, that it would go viral.
Yeah.
All right, it did. Okay.
I saw the one where you knocked over the candles that was on the coffee table, and I was like,
that's the coffee table I built. Now I'm not going through that one. I built that one. So yeah, there's a trade-off, and now I'm getting older, so I have to be more careful. Because this child date we have is going to be the death of me. I can assure you of that. But
I did see that.
TikTok's really clamping down because I think they think kids are going to start imitating it. So I'm kind of in line with, like, I don't know, Bugs Bunny and Foghorn Leghorn. I got to be so careful with what I do because I want to entertain people.
Right.
I'm totally addicted to this. The fact of just getting some kind of gratification over how I act on a Tuesday just makes me feel like $1 million because people have reached out and they've told me how much I've helped them with their depression and PTSD. And I'm like, well,
it's good to smile.
I have depression and PTSD. So this is why I do it. And I get that interaction, and it means the world to me. It really does.
Well, a lot of comedians are like that. They have that this reason why they become comics is because they're looking for an outlet.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, I've watched several documentaries on comedians, and a lot of them are the reason why they do what they do is because of depression or something in their life.
There's a high suicide rate too.
Yeah, and so
Richard Jeni was probably one of the funniest guys I had ever heard. He was in the movie The Mask. He was Jim Carrey's best friend. And that guy had a stand-up called Platypus Man that I would love to have a copy of to this day. He was funny.
Chris, thanks for joining us tonight. And we hope nothing but the best for you. And like I said, you keep me laughing. And all we do is we watch and laugh at what you've got here. So keep up.
More to come.
Don't change. Please don't change, and
never.
We'll get back with you here in 6 or 7 months just to see where you're at and see where we're going. And I tell you what, if you get on the show and you come into Nashville for the TikTok thing, let me know. I'll come down and we'll hang out. Best of luck.
Hey, I love y'all to death, man. It's so good to see y'all again. Call on me anytime.
Can you take me back when we were just kids? weren't scared of getting older, yeah. 'Cause no one knows you like they know you, and no one probably ever will. You can grow up, make new ones, but truth is, there's nothing like old friends. 'Cause you can't make old friends. Yeah. Can you take me back